So here we go. It's map 2. A little bit quicker than expected, but that's what we'd like to see. Grayhound are going to be starting on CT side. It is Anubis, and this is Rooster's map pick. It was pretty close last night. That first map was pretty close. I'm not prepared to count Rooster out just yet, but Grayhound have got that map lead, and they are more than certainly going to be looking for the 2-0 tonight.
Smoke comes in onto that B site as the E-box split gets kicked off here. Dexter ready with the counter flashes. You've got the two-man set up between Leaz and Ali on the site.
Well, Ali, he's got a bit of work to do here. He's got lots of players headed in his direction, and Dexter's down as well. That's a great start for Rooster. Backside and in still well and truly on the rotate. Aren't going to be able to have too much of an impact. 2 on 4 though. I don't know.
Backside creeping on up. It's a pretty nice looking crossfire from Rooster. Actually, both of the CTs walking in hand. I don't think there's a kit that's loose anywhere.
Ooh,
actually, the kill's going the way of Grayhound. Hold on. Smoke goes onto the bomb.
Yeah, got to sit that defuse though. As you said, no kit available. They're going to take the fight anyway. Ins. Oh, he's surely not going to get away with this one. Knife comes through from ASAP. And it was a good attempt from Ins and Vexite, but Rooster will get the pistol and they'll also get a knife kill. So, yeah, you could be pretty happy with that as far as the start to a map is.
I think ASAP just dropped a Khalil and bought one for himself to even out the cash a little bit, did he? I couldn't really tell. I think he dropped something.
I saw someone drop something.
I think he just dropped the bomb. I don't think he dropped a Khalil. It's all for you too. Force buy for Grayhound round 2 though. So Rooster, I'm happy that they got a pistol. They had a tough time doing so on Vertigo, and that made it a very tough game for them. But they need to make sure they close out this anti-force. Got great guns and util. Progression smoke onto E-box. That nade is absolutely chunked Kinetic. Beautiful arm on Ins there. And he's picked up another one. That one's not going to catch anyone, I don't think, but...
We got a couple of scouts for Greyhound, so there's definitely a possibility they can get that chip damage done.
Here's the mid take from Rooster. Same pieces of util, smoke to house, molly onto double doors, pop flash over the top. It's a 1-4. ASAP left outside of A. The rest of Rooster looking to split through middle. Big setup towards A main here. ASAP's got his work cut out for him.
Got Leaz and Alistair. What about Alistair and Vexite to try to assist on this A-bomb side as well. Side is there with the Deagle in hand, but he can't do too much. Now the question is, are they expecting Ins towards long? And seems like TJ was, but he's still going to lose his head. There's a lot in this round possible for Grayhound still. Ins will be expecting another play around the corner here, but he can't get the better of ASAP anyway. And with the retrieve Khalil, Leaz in the 1-on-3. Doesn't look like he's got much of a chance here. That nade will do barely any damage at all, and he'll be brought down as well. So Rooster certainly not going down without a fight today, and that is the start of the map that they would have liked to have seen. Get the pistol, convert that round as well, and now they can start to build a very strong first half.
That's in such good form, man. It's beautiful to watch. Yeah, Netic puts up a lot of numbers for the Rooster. Last game was crazy for him. He's already started off Vertigo very well. And so have Rooster. This is the best possible start to this game of Anubis. Oh, big anti-eco spray from Netic.
Yeah, a couple of kills on the UMP is always going to be good. Ooh, Dexter trying to do as much damage as he can before he goes out of the round, but 3-0 with 3 guns through for Rooster. It's an acceptable start in that third round. But now we get to see what Grayhound is going to be able to do. Can they really flex their muscles once again and get on top of Rooster early on map 2?
All comes out for Chelleos early on. Grayhound wasting no money, no time getting the orb into Alistair's hands as well. He's a bit of a demon on the orb this map usually. That's not ideal. Missed smoke from Dexter in spawn there. Man, we praise for being so good with his utility. Smokes onto B main and E-box from the T side here. Really trying to limit the opportunities for aggression from the CTs. Kinetic Walks straight into E-Box. Takes a duel with Liaz. On an off timing. Here's the mid take. Flash fully catches Vexite, but still somehow manages to get TJP there. And the repeat, the crosshair placement is perfect.
He might get Chell now too. Doesn't have anyone to set himself up on this line. So gonna hold it for a moment. Walks right into the crosshair of the orb. So it didn't quite go the way Vexite would have wanted it to, but in the meanwhile, Inns has got a push on the B bomb site going, so he's getting info over there, and Ali will turn his attention back toward Canals.
Eyes on Dexter really in this round. He's already found his way towards top middle.
That's who I meant, not Inns. The numbers are a little bit cooked. I saw Inns in the 3rd spot, but he's actually number 4.
Yep.
Anyway, that's gotten me a couple of times in this game, I found out. But it's 2-on-2, and as you said, Dexter is the one that you should be keeping your eyes on, and Gel certainly wasn't. Didn't get that memo. Good shot, though. Good trade from Netic. And Alistair going to be beaten to the punch by the fake plant. That's a great clutch from Netic. 4-0.
Rooster winning these clutches, Jordan. That's something. Winning pistols, winning clutches. They had a big, tough time with that last map and still managed to scrape 11 rounds together and potentially push it over the line. They are looking damn good. What a round from Netic. Bro, Netic and ASAP are so good right now.
Maybe not in this one, unfortunately for Netic. Bit of a caster curse right there. Liaz, Deagle headshot. That'll be enough to do it. Grayhound still searching for their first round on this map, though. You wouldn't imagine that it's going to come from a buy like this, but Grayhound is one of those teams that can conjure these sorts of rounds every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, Liaz copped the 1B from Netic to open up round number 4. This time he's returned it with the Deagle. Molotov that he found from Netic is actually the one to stop the push in A, mate. I don't think Dexter's been checked close left either.
At this stage of the round, he might not get checked close left because there's only 3 players to make this entry happen. Danger, being very careful about it though. He will at least have the heads up. And he does catch Dexter off guard. Spam through though from Alistair. Keeps the numbers favorable for Grayhound, and that's what's so important about a round like this. Rooster, every single corner is going to be a potential problem for them. There's Inns for one more. And he gets the pink onto Danger as well, which will seal the deal. Grayhound bailed themselves out of what was starting to look like a bit of a problematic situation with a cheeky round.
Yeah, that half buy puts a massive dent in Rooster's economy. They were counting their stacks mere moments ago. And it's a pretty big economy swing for Grayhound as well, has to be said. You can see 4.9 on Ali. 3+K on a round they just picked up in the half buy is insane for Grayhound. Double Orb's going to come out as well with that windfall. That might not be something that Rooster is ready for. The util's not great on the T side here. They've only got 2 flashes to work through the map. They could definitely get caught by this double Orb at multiple junctures. They're playing a bit of a slower round as well. ASAP once again going for the same main take. The double Orb has indeed caught them. And now they must navigate a man disadvantage situation with, you know, only 7 grenades across 4 players. They haven't even really got any map control to speak of. Someone's going to have to step up here. And chelleos starts it well.
1 down, 4 to go. Haven't actually managed to make any inroads into the bomb sites themselves, though. They've got a bit of canals control, and that's about it. Even Long, Grayhound, getting information over there. Alistair's pushed a long way. So we're actually going to go through over to the B bomb site. Grayhound able to stack a 3rd member on this side of the map, though. With Inns still in mid, it's really only 2 players to actually defend on B. And Liaz hoping that that one flash was going to give him the opportunity. It didn't. There was no one where he peeked. Still, the spam is good enough to get one more, but Chell is really taking this round away from Grayhound. Alistair might have his man if he waits patiently enough, but the unfortunate reality is he doesn't have time to wait. Bomb is ticking favorably for Rooster now. Nobody is peeking Ali. That eventually will come through, but it's too little too late. And Rooster will pick up their 5th.
Yeah, Greyhound's still making it expensive for them, and with the loss bonus they've still got built up and the extra cash that they got from winning that half buy, only letting Rooster survive with 2 weapons, one of which is a Galil, is not too bad for Greyhound, despite conceding the 5th round. You'll see this next coming round, Rooster's going to have to spend everything investing in it, and they've only got 1,400 loss bonus, so Greyhound, a rare opportunity for them to reset hard reset the T-side economy here and start to close this scoreline deficit.
What's going to be the approach from Greyhound to start clawing these rounds back? Alistair a little bit more aggressive on long the last couple of rounds. Work out very nicely. There's no flash there, but he misses the flick onto ASAP, and Inns also is going to go down, so it's just gone horribly wrong for Greyhound. And Vexite will... he's got no chance. I mean, he can't see anything. He's got nowhere to stand. The fire coverage from the Molotov was so good, and it ends up being an easy round for Rooster. This is not really something that we've seen actually from any team against Greyhound in the last couple of weeks, but it's nice to actually see them getting pressured a bit.
I mean, that was far too easy. And I think that was, honestly, you know, it was a good play from Rooster, don't get me wrong. Sharp aim on ASAP on the entry, but it was just a bit of a mistiming, a bit of a mistake from Greyhound. Ali gets caught halfway repositioning. As the scope blurs, ASAP insta-peeks him, and the man does not miss the first bullet right now. And then Inns kind of caught in a weird position. When Alistair's caught in that off timing, he is also a little out of position. He gets caught running away, and from there it just snowballs so far in the favor of Rooster that Greyhound can never really recover. And those are the kind of rounds that you usually don't get punished for in Oceania, but that just tells you the level that Rooster's playing at right now. You can't afford to be making those small mistakes as Greyhound.
Yeah, money's back in action for Greyhound again, though, so 3.4k loss bonus is helping them out. I guess it's all for naught if they're not going to get around on the board here.
Yeah, and that reset window's gone. Rooster with such a clean round in the last. Once again, Nedic applying pressure to E-Box. It's really been Nedic against Liaz in a couple of these positions, as it was actually last game in the 1v1s at the end of the round a lot of the time. Alistair, once again, put towards the same main position. He's been having a lot of success over here. But ASAP, obviously, getting a couple in as well. Big main take here from the T side. All the util set. Liaz getting sent out. TJ on the rotation over from mid. Spams Dexter through the smoke. The HE thrown by Dexter allows Liaz to actually get the line there, and some very sharp aim. Able to punish Danger for trying to attempt the trade.
It's really well done from Liaz, actually. That was another round that could have just fallen to bits in front of Greyhound's eyes had he not been able to pick up that 2k. But keeping it squarely in the favor of the CT side as Alistair now looks to clear out long. That is a lot of map control that's been taken away from Rooster.
Going to make their way back towards the A side. What's the util looking like? See chelleos ready here. Shoulder peek from ASAP. The crab walk, not good enough. Easily punished by Alistair, and it's not like they don't know the AWP hasn't been on that line multiple times. And as the exit comes in, the util pressure, there's just no time without ASAP on the entry to get into the side anymore. And Rooster will just save.
Bit of an awkward round, really, all things considered. Happens like that sometimes, though. Just a speed bump for Rooster, hopefully. Because things have been going pretty nicely, pretty smoothly on this T side so far. Wouldn't want to rest on my laurels against a team like Greyhound, though. Just got to keep forging ahead. Both teams with another full buy to come in round at number 9. Well, what kind of tricks have Greyhound got up their sleeves this time? Because they're not going to get away with the B main push multiple times. That's what they got last round. Now how are they going to get the lead?
Multiple util sets used by the CT side. On bridge, on E-box, they attempted the HE nade inside of that E-box smoke to try to catch the T's walking up water, but Rooster are heavily grouped up towards B main here, looking for the timing. In comes the exit.
That's not gone very well for Rooster at all. Leah's doubling down. And once again, Rooster is sort of just turned away and wondering, well, where do we go now? It's not quite save territory as it was in the previous round, given that they've still got over a minute left on the clock here to work, but unlikely to be seeing too much exciting out of this round for Rooster, and it feels like Grayhound are kind of starting to make those inroads again.
Yeah, it was a great start to this T half for Rooster, but they're starting to let Grayhound back into it now. Going to be another round for the CT side with multiple players surviving. In fact, they know with the extra cash they have, they are feeling confident enough to actually try to go for the hunt here.
It's very relaxing when there's not a lot happening, isn't it? You can hear some little birds chirping in the background, the splashes of the water. Sounds like a nice place to be. Anubis.
Yeah, this beach ain't looking too bad. See your esports yacht over there.
Mm-hmm. Well, still a bit of work to do for Grayhound here if they want to bring this one back into a good spot. But they're getting there. Rooster's money's not looking quite so fantastic anymore. 3-6 scoreline. Could definitely be worse. It is a T-sided map.
Yeah, I think... Oh, flash over the top. Dexter, another second flash from Alistair. I think called for by Dexter. Good communication to punish that line from chelleos. HE nade to Rugs. Oh, that's chunky. He's not feeling dissuaded by that, though. Going to continue to push the issue over at A main.
Well, backside is ready. He hasn't been pushed off of this line at all, and he is going to take his rewards from that. 3k already. Won't swing for the fourth as he was on 5 HP. But that's a good lockdown from Grayhound again. And they are slowly but surely drawing this one ever closer.
I think Rooster kind of fumbled the bag, unfortunately, on this T side. They put Grayhound in this position where they would have had to win multiple gun rounds in a row to break that money or pressure that money, and that's exactly what Grayhound have done. Really started to flip this half on its head. We threw to another buy here, but down to P250 on Shell. Another Rugs nade gonna chunk ASAP, I think. Yep.
Not bad. Comes a little bit more aggression from Grayhound. Leah's close behind the smoke in the E-box. Just going to spam away, but not going to get too much out of it.
Another progression smoke to E-box. Nedic walking through it once again here.
Dexter's also been able to push out of B main again. Something that Grayhound have had a lot of success with actually in this half so far. And this time, ASAP not quite set up for success. Inns avoiding the flash, and ASAP goes down early for Rooster.
TJ's found Dexter over towards B main, though. And with this pressure on E-box, this could actually be used as a bit of a launching pad to kick off a B split here. Bomb is very far out of position. That's the biggest issue for Rooster right now. Leah's getting mollied out of Ninja, but Alistair actually able to get onto the line towards B main here. At least dance around the site as the bomb scrambled into position towards E-box.
Chill's only got a P250, but he's going to toss that util in and try to go as the point man. That's not worked out at all. Alistair and Liaz hold strong. 5-6 now. Grayhound are storming toward the end of the half and probably a 6-6 scoreline at this rate.
Yeah, it's good resurgence from them. Put so much pressure on that T-side economy that despite the good start for Rooster, they've had their economic troubles in the last couple of rounds. The weird saving patterns and the lack of loss bonus early on has meant that Rooster have not really been able to actually string together good buys towards the end of this half. It's a quick one towards A main here. Pressure on deck side and ins. No reactive utility. It's just an absolute spray down. Perfect molly from Vexite, and ins and Vexite combined. Shut that one down before it even gets started. TJ last alive now.
Yeah, Galil only, and Alistair already watching for the exit. It's going to be an easy one in the end. Greyhound have brought it back to 6 apiece, and that's not good news for Rooster. So here we go. It is 6 apiece, and hard to say really who's going to get the better of this map. Rooster, they looked really good. They looked like they were starting strong, and they did start strong to be fair, but Greyhound kind of ground that half back. And now they do move on to the more favorable side of the T side of Anubis. Maybe it is going to be Greyhound 2-0 tonight. Rooster haven't necessarily gone down without a fight, though, so let's see what they can do here in the second half and whether or not they can uphold their end of the bargain and at least force us through to a map 3.
B smokes trying to apply pressure, which intensifies with that entry from Liaz. They do actually burst through the smoke here. Dexter and Liaz combining to trade favorably, but really the crux of the push here for Greyhound is this A split that's going to get in for free.
TJ's good for one, though, onto Dexter at least, over toward B, so that has equalized the numbers. But it's going to take Rooster a long time to get over to this A bomb site. And look at these positions that Grayhound are playing the post plant from. Inns, surely you're just never expecting someone from there. As long as Alistair takes the initial contact. And it's not even required because Inns is just going to bang the head off of Nedic anyway. Oh, yeah. This is just an impossible retake for Rooster. Finally, they're starting to find some fights, but it's too little too late. Even had they won some of those fights, the round was already gone. It just took them way too long to get into the site. And Grayhound will start with the pistol.
What to do now for Rooster? Did save majority of these round twos this time. Going to force on Anubis here. TJ dropped the FAMAS this time by danger. ASAP choosing to actually sell nades and go for a kit. Make sure that they have one. It's an A-stack here for Rooster. Chelleos left solo on the B site.
Try and do it the old-fashioned way. A little bit of a contact play, but 2 players up on the platform could be a problem. They have not spotted ASAP. And even then, Nedic's getting the job done. The issue for Rooster is that actually doesn't get as much value as you'd think it would because Grayhound weren't really committing to A. Had they had 1 or 2 more players committing there, that could have worked out perfectly for Rooster. But in fact, Grayhound have kind of hedged their bets and it's worked out perfectly. They'll be able to walk into the B site for free.
Yeah, I mean, it was always a 2-1-2. Right from the beginning. Alistair and Leaz were still working control over towards B main. Dexter was still in middle. So Inns and Vexside only really looking to feel out what's happening on A. And I think, look, honestly, for Rooster, even with this kit, saving the 2 rifles and dropping the pistols to the teammates might not be a bad shout for the next round. Dexter's on the hunt though. Could even try to see some kind of buy here from the CT side, to be honest. That would be very Rooster. We love trying to make these awkward buys work.
Terrorists win.
Well, Rooster. Couple of AKs. What are they going to put behind it? It's 5.7s for TJP and Danger. Shell's going to have to save his cash for the alt fund, but something could come of this. We've got 3 HE nades if they're placed well. Soften those targets up. Pistols could definitely do some work. First nade over the top doesn't quite catch Vexsite, but TJ 5.7. Oh. We traded back out by Leaz. Mid control to Grayhound.
Chelleos on the off angle there, but arm spotted by Alistair. Might have had a timing to get something done, but Grayhound even calling the troops on over.
Got to do it. Because things like that can happen. Nedic actually a good trade there onto Alistair. Both teams having the same idea, pulling their second player in, and it ends up working out for both, I guess, in a sense. His interesting push, though, from ASAP, which not sure it'll catch Inns off guard, though. Might not be super effective, depending on what Inns decides to do from here. Has dropped silently. And he is, in the end, going to check ASAP, who was wandering around in canals. This works out perfectly for Grayhound again. They get the entry in through mid as well. And as long as they can cross cans, which they will, that is going to be a round for Grayhound.
See if Nedic's just going to hold on to the AK with low HP. Seems like it. Would be pretty good if he can take 1 more gun away from the T side here, to be honest. And he might get the opportunity to do so. Vexside trending towards T spawn. Will it be the other way around? No, Nedic, that's beautiful. That kill is actually pretty important. He's going to go down to Leaz at the end of the day, but only leaving Grayhound surviving with 2, as Rooster moving to their first gun round is pretty good. See the cash on Grayhound, not great. Ins of Vexite down to very little in the bank accounts. So some reset potential in this first gun round for a Rooster with good loss bonus behind them.
Yeah, starting to get a bit out of hand though for Rooster. There's a few rounds now, a deficit. Grayhound looking better and better on this T side as they go through. Nedic, oh, gets his timing perfectly and assisted by Danger as well for a couple of kills over to Wood B. I wonder what's going to happen though here with Ins lurking on A long. If he just kind of picks the pace up, then Grayhound can still call the cancel and head over in that direction. It is Liaz that's holding onto the bomb, so he's able to get out pretty comfortably. And Ins has indeed just walked his way onto A. Scary for ASAP now. If he goes down, this round is definitely on for Grayhound, but he'll win an important duel. Keep it in the hands of Rooster.
TJ to take next contact. Just playing the off angle on bridge. Not going to be tested by Grayhound, who I like to go back towards the A side of the map. ASAP's the A anchor. Does have a full belter util, and realistically, with the util Grayhound has, if they're able to actually sneak into this A site and pick him, get into a post plant, then we could be talking about a round.
It's kind of the same story as what we were telling with Ins, but maybe just a bit more difficult for Grayhound now. Alistair with the AWP would be the perfect player to do it. Going to give away their intentions a little bit though with that Molotov, and already the rotation from Rooster is starting to come through, so Grayhound might have missed their window. Liaz will attempt to get a bomb plant down, and he will be successful in doing so, but this is an almost unwinnable round for him. ASAP clears it. That is Rooster to get their 7th. Might see another close map here.
That's what we want to be seeing. Some gun juggling happening as well. Danger. Seeing if he can find another AK if possible. Oh, there's one. So 3 AKs retained. 4 Rooster, 4 guns in total. And like I said, all the damage they were doing in previous rounds is worth a ton right now. Even with the bomb plant for Grayhound there, they are broke. They have got to take a single save here. So that's big for Rooster. Good chance for them to build up their cash and close this scoreline. And yet again, we have a real tight game here, Jordan. Very winnable game.
It's going to be a hero AK in the end, actually, for Grayhound. Only have the 1900 loss bonus, so you can't really put too much behind these Glocks, right? If you invest anything more, you're not going to really be able to get a good buy next round. So just the 1 smoke and the 1 flash for Liaz. Dexter obviously getting himself an AK and armor. And he's going to try to crack open the map a little bit, or in the worst case, at least do a bit of economic damage. Hasn't really had much of a chance yet. To creep in through mid is not a bad shout for Grayhound. This is a relatively undefended area of the map. Vexite's going to be the first man in. Alistair behind him, and then Dexter to look for those trades. He's going to get one. It's already a decent start. And there's another as well. This is starting to look a bit problematic for Rooster. The damage that 1 AK can do. And it suddenly turns into an AK and an AWP, and now In's starting to work his way through the smoke. ASAP cops a bink. He has doubled down. This is certainly an expensive round for Rooster so far, and Dexter makes it even more costly. One by one, the Rooster troops are falling. Alistair won't land his shot onto Danger, but in the meanwhile, Nedic goes down, and that hero AK, it is going to be heroic indeed. Dexter gets the ace, the 5K, takes the AWP through, and gives Grayhound the round.
No shot. Oh boy, Rooster. That is not the round you wanted to be losing. They're going to buy up behind this one. Down to an MP9 on ASAP and a 5-7 as a result of that. Their economy took a massive hit in a round where you really wanted to see them build upon what they'd already done. This sets up Grayhound so well to close this game of Anubis now. Peek. Out E-box. Flash pushes Alistair off the line and creates a moment in time A little window for chelleos to find that opening pick. Much needed for Rooster.
Grayhound are definitely having to do it the hard way.
Which is
It's been
good.
the most competitive series we've seen played against Grayhound, I'd say, in the last month.
Yeah. And it's not like they're playing poorly or anything. This is just Rooster playing really well. I'm absolutely loving it.
This timing from Dexter could get a little bit scary. Do you have ASAP watching that line, though, with an MP9? Rest of the forces of Grayhound are going to try to work something in B. Don't know if we'll see Dexter pushing too hard just yet, but he's going to have a little bit of a look, see if he can keep those A players honest. This is actually sort of a 3-on-1 on the B bomb site right now for Grayhound. If they can smoke Chell off, flash him off the line. That's going to be exchanged by the AWPers, and Chell comes off better for it. Nedic also able to get the better of Ins. Flash in Liaz's face. This has gone very wrong for Grayhound. Everything they're trying to do is just falling to dust. Oh, Liaz has almost done a little bit of damage there, but in the end, 10-8, and Rooster get away with a weirder round.
That's another hard reset. Grayhound, 5.9 on Alistair. You could be tempted by the hero AWP. A hero AK would be more sensible. And Rooster, it's the same story again. In fact, oh my lord. The force from Grayhound. They would only really have a soft reset on most of Rooster outside of chelleos if they pick up this round. But I think name of the game really here is just to do a B exec, catch Rooster off guard with the Mac 10s, and then set up Alistair in the post plant.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here comes the util.
Oh,
what is that from side? Chell just disappeared. Back to the 4v4, and Nedic, he's trying his best to come across an assist, but hasn't really been able to have too much of an effect from E-Box. Overall, that's the entry that Grayhound needed. They've got Dexter actually with an AWP now as well. He'll fall, but Liaz, looking for the trade, is going to get it. And as you said, Alistair in the post plant has now been set up, and the job falls onto the AWPer of Grayhound, who, well, one of his bullets is going to be jumped over by TJP. Not sure that bails him out of trouble, though. As TJP tries to... What is he doing? Hang on. This round is just unreal. Liaz.
The nade.
Won't die to the nade. He'll die to the headshot. But TJP will secure the round for Rooster. It will be an expensive one.
Oh, my
Grayhound
God.
don't quite get it over the line.
This game is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The double AWP, like Mac 10 post plant into 3-on-3. Oh, it's just on a knife's edge. This is one of the best games I've watched in a while. Grayhound with the bomb plant, but middling loss bonus, have to take a single save. They really tried to shove all their chips in there, and it almost worked out for them.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're actually in a bit of a pickle here. I keep saying this. The pressure has just been so high for Rooster, but finally a chance for them to build up their money.
He's looking for any sort of angle he can find with the deagle. He's already got a little chip damage onto Danger. It's going to be traded back by the nade. A disastrous round to lose for Rooster. Already they've dropped to a hero AK buy. They can't really afford to lose this round as well.
Yeah. I mean, this is the exact kind of round that they took way too many losses on Vertigo. Danger is under so much pressure. He might even go down here. Liaz is going to scale him through the smoke, take him out. Shotgun deagle to the face. Now a 3-on-3 post plant. It's pretty awkward actually for Rooster on the retake here.
Yeah, Liaz has got an AWP as well. And full HP and armor. So this is a very winnable round again for Grayhound. Ali watching E-Box. There's no one coming from that direction. Flash up in the air. Ins for the first contact. Doesn't get his man. But Liaz is able to trade one more down. And now it's on to Ali. He's armorless. But Chell has no idea where he is. The flyer is spotted. Ali's got no idea where that last CT was. And ASAP will keep it alive for Rooster. These rounds are so tight.
That's way too much damage to take to an eco though, Jordan. You cannot be losing 4 guns to that. Grayhound really stacking up the loss bonus, stringing bomb plants together over and over. and taking so many guns away from Rooster right at the end of the game. It's Vertigo 2.0, mate. Rooster are setting themselves up to get hard reset right at the end of the game. They have zero room for error now. And Grayhound, with their loss bonus maxing out on the T side here, their ability to continuously get themselves in post plants, are going to have multiple chances to break them.
Scary prospect for both teams at the moment. The momentum is with Rooster at this point in time. Only just, though. They've really been eking their way through some of these rounds. That Molotov is actually going to be quite disruptive for Rooster's setup on the CT side of the B site. It'll give Vexite a bit of room, though. He's taken a tick from the molly. The nades, however, are doing their work. Liaz and Vexite getting one apiece. And Grayhound have dismantled the B defense of Rooster. Meanwhile, Inns is just chilling, waiting for ASAP, hitting the shot as well. And it's not even toward B that Grayhound are going to ultimately end. With that kill from Inns, they decide to go A.
GJ is a bit concerned about these mid positions. Dexter's been on the mid lurk a couple of times so far this game. Molly and the smoke pushing TJP back. The spam through going to do a lot of damage to him. He won't be able to replace this weapon. Grayhound getting through in a key round. The Dallas spot on a silver platter for them now. Rooster have fought really, really hard, but a couple of little mistakes is keeping them from actually closing any of these maps. Just taking too much damage to the pistols on CT side, trying to come back on both games.
TJP gets one for free, but he won't get two. And that is 11 to 10.
Double eco, Chelios. Double eco danger.
Ooh. Pain. It's not how you want the game to end.
That's how both maps have been ending.
It does seem to be the Grayhound way sometimes, doesn't it? It's like the game is so close, but you always know that at the end of the day, they're going to be that 5% better. They're going to be that 10% better. They're going to get the reset round when they need it, or they're just going to pull something out the hat and win 13-11 or 13-10. Might be a repeat of last night's scoreline. 13-10 was the score on this map yesterday, and it could well be again. It's a full save from Rooster, so they are going to give Grayhound overtime at least.
The second USP them with the B stack here. The molly's landing directly on all of these USP players. It pushes them straight into the firing squad of Dexter and Liaz on B main. ASAP left last alive. He's going to get cleaned up on bridge side. A clean air to eco. Rooster now under the pump. 3.4k for two of these players. They're going to be down to FAMAS and light util. A1S and light util on the rest of the boys. Oh, this is not the buy you want to be fighting for Dallas with. Greyhound's got two chances to lock it down here with a much better buy on both of them.
Painful for Rooster, definitely. Greyhound one round away from securing that berth into IEM Dallas, as feels like they're right at the moment. I mean, they missed out on Katowice, right? So they'll be welcoming the opportunity to attend another IEM. Vexite, not quite going to have as easy of a time as he hoped there, and just jumping through the smoke is going to give up his life. So Greyhound might have to go back to plan B, because plan A definitely didn't work out.
Key duels here. One of them being Dexter onto TJ there. Inns hiding inside the smoke. Chooses his timing perfectly. He knows he's past Chelleos. So that's A site open and for the taking. Such an awkward position here as the B executes come in as well. Greyhound going to abandon that B side of the map, go back and try to pitch Chelleos here.
Oh, Inns just knows. And he'll spot Chell out as well, hiding inside of that smoke. Not so easy to do when the nades can be dropped like that. So Danger and Netic will attempt to save the day. I have my doubts as to whether or not that is going to be possible. Medic 16 and 15, again, a solid map from him, but he'd have to do something of a miracle to save this game. And that is Dexter taking him out of the picture, so it's just danger left alive. MP9 in hand, there's no chance at all. Inns will finish it off. It's 13-10, and Grayhound will be the team from Oceania to go through to IEM Dallas, as if there were any doubt that that were going to be the case. I mean, look, Rooster, to be fair, did make them work for it in that grand final, but at the end of the day, a 2-0 is still a 2-0.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that.